And we are live. What's up, Chris Weibel? How are you, man?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I just got back into town yesterday. It is a lovely day in West Hollywood. Supposed to be 75 degrees. What about in Charlotte?
Oh my God. Actually, we just started thawing out. It was cold and rainy for a week or two at least. But we're mid 60s. The sun is out, so
Oh,
we'll
damn.
take it.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine.
Oh yeah, no complaints.
I saw a funny picture somebody had. I don't know where it was on Threads or something. Somebody had like a measuring tape outside. Like, oh, California, we're expecting 12 inches of sunshine today.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's smart. I like that one. So anyhow,
Yep, yep.
let's get right into your movie. My
Yeah.
Cousin Vinny, 1992. Budget of around 11 million, made like 53 million, something like that. Dude did really well. It was a
Hmm.
critic darling, 7.8, I believe, or 7.6 on IMDb.
Okay.
Pretty impressive. So, what is your history with this movie? Is this one that you've been wanting to talk about? Have you seen it before? A favorite of yours?
Yeah, so I've seen it before. I mean, I grew up in the '90s. I remember this movie well. This was a hit for sure. I'm a big Joe Pesci fan. I wanted to do this one because I haven't seen it in a very long time, and it's just one of those ones where it's like, I want to watch it, but just never really quite get around to it. So I was definitely excited to get back into this one. How about you? Have you seen it before?
Well, that's the funny thing. I'm 90s too, and I'm Sicilian.
Right.
I love mob movies. I love Pesci. Goodfellas, one of my top favorite movies of all time.
Of course.
I had not, for some reason, I had not seen this until maybe 2 years ago. I never saw it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know how I kept missing it,
Yeah.
or I thought because I like Pesci in Goodfellas, I don't want to see him in a comedy.
Sure.
As I thought, oh, he's just going to be over the top Italian guy. We've already seen that, and I just had that in my mind that that's what this was going to be. So I don't know. I've been watching a lot of older. Old, this is like not that old considering how I like my movies old, but I decided I need to watch this. Like I said, 2 years ago, and I was like, how did I miss this? I mean,
Oh,
I just
exactly, dude. Yeah, I
I was like,
remember. I remember when it came out. That was like a lot of like speculation. Was like, is Pesci going to be able to pull off this kind of wacky comedy guy? He's such a tough mafioso kind of guy. But I remember that was like a big. Everyone was kind of like, "Ooh, why is he doing this movie? Why is he taking a chance?" So that's funny. You just saw it 2 years ago. My God.
yeah. The biggest surprise for me of this entire movie is how he did not overplay it like I thought he was going to.
I mean, yeah.
We'll get on the cast, but talk about the director. He's interesting. He's been around did a lot of stuff. Clue, Nuns on
Yep.
the Run, My Cousin Vinny, the whole 9 yards. Been around for a long time. A lot of history with him. And then but he's not like a name that you know.
Right.
That you're like, oh, I got to see the next Jonathan Lynn movie. I don't know if he ever. And then Dale Launer, the guy who wrote it, who's from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh,
It's
okay.
funny. Sounds like me. Born in Cleveland, Ohio, and brought up in the San Fernando Valley. Not that I was brought up there, but I just lived there for 11 years, as you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But did you look up his filmography at all? The writer.
Uh, yeah, Dale, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, a movie I like for sure.
Love that movie.
Dude.
Seriously, these two might be. I mean, that was the '80s, '88, I
Yep.
believe. But I mean, those are two of the greatest comedies of the last 30, 40 years. I put them in probably maybe my top 10.
Yeah,
So,
and
and this guy wrote
Dirty.
them both.
I know Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is one I would love to rewatch too. It's been a long time, but I remember how good it was. And then he also did a movie called Ruthless People,
Which
which I
I've
think
never
was
seen. I've never seen. Never
yeah.
heard of it.
So they talk about that in screenwriting school.
Oh, do they really?
Like
Oh,
just the opening is like how effective the opening is to get the story going. So I watched it a long time ago. Not as good as these other two, Scoundrels and Vinny, but another good movie for sure.
it's interesting because he's got his filmography. He's got one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 movies. That's it. 1988 to 2019. I don't know if he's ever done anything else or what he's doing now, teaching a class maybe somewhere.
I
But
mean, if
maybe he made his his money and he's out.
I mean, I would be beyond ecstatic if I got to make 8 movies as a writer.
Yeah,
So good
exactly.
for
Well,
him. Good
generally
for
when you're
him.
that successful, you just keep cranking them out. You start, maybe you become a director. Kind of like, interesting to find out. I'll have to Google, do a little more research, find out whatever happened to that guy. Let's get on to the cast.
Yes.
We've already talked about Pesci. What did you think of Pesci in this movie? Now, were you a Goodfellas guy and all that sort of thing?
Oh
Everybody
yeah,
was,
yeah.
right? Okay, I was gonna say.
Top 5 movie for me. I still remember the first time I saw it, being just jaw dropped. I mean, I was young, but still,
Yeah.
huge Pesci fan. I thought he was perfect in this. He did a great job of just like taking it to the line of being over the top, but never crossing it. Just really just finding that like high wire and just walking the tightrope. I thought.
Could not agree more. I was pleasantly surprised that he didn't do the hey guys, he literally really underplayed it. He almost I don't want to say he was the straight man, but he almost was the straight man to Marisa Tomei and Fred Gwynn. And even the other cast of zany characters.
Yeah.
He was zany himself, but he grounded it in real. I mean, he was real.
Oh yeah.
I thought his acting in this. I swear to God, it might have even been better than Goodfellas. I don't. I just was so impressed with how. I don't know. It just seemed like real. Yeah, I totally believed everything that he believed. That he was saying. It's like I just thought it was fantastic. I was like, that was the thing that really got me right off the bat.
Yeah, and like so nuanced, like you really felt his frustrations, like, but you could still see the New York in him when, like which I'm sure we'll get to, but
Yeah.
regardless, he was outstanding.
Yeah, they dressed him up in wacky outfits, but that didn't take away from it. It was still believable.
Yeah.
And then of course, Marissa Tomei,
Mm.
who before this really hadn't done a ton. She wasn't super well known, and then wins the Oscar for this.
Yep.
And I could not. I looked up. Did you happen to look up who the 1992 other
Yep.
nominees were? I mean, there were some heavy movies, dude.
Yeah.
Howard's End. I forget.
Yep.
Husbands and Wives.
Yep.
By the way, go ahead.
No, God.
I was gonna say I remember back in the day. Did you ever see Howard's End?
No, I think I refused to watch it. I think I was just like, this looks too much. I can't. Like, nah.
I was trying to be all cultured, and I must watch it. It's an important. It was so bad. I used to call it Howard's ass. I hated that movie.
Nice.
But again, it was one of those. Oh, this is designed to win somebody an Oscar movie, and then Marissa Tomei wins for this. I'd say fantastic. Academy needs more comedy. Needs to be winning Oscars for Best Actor. It's tough.
Oh yeah.
It's harder to do. Not, I mean, there's Meryl Streeps and stuff. I'm not saying dramatic acting, but I think comedy acting, the way she balanced it all, was just phenomenal. Like literally phenomenal. I think she was the movie basically.
Yeah. I could not agree more. More comedies need to win. I know you and I have had this talk. One of the great Oscar snubs, and I think we'll both agree with this, is Jim Carrey, Liar Liar.
100%.
Come on now. Like, didn't get comedies never get nominated for anything.
He should have won Best Actor for that movie because he was absolutely zany and completely believable with his family. It's funny because this movie, when I was watching it, obviously courtroom, kind of wacky courtroom. Right. It was reminding me a lot of Liar Liar when we were watching this. When I was watching this.
Yep, I would agree.
Ralph Macchio.
Sure, why not? Yeah, why not?
Pretty much. I thought he was the one guy right off the bat I wasn't really buying. Hey, let's go get the. I just thought it was a little too trying to be Italian-y. Not that his character was all that fleshed out, but what I mean? Again, Ralph Macchio, why not? Put him in there. He's a good-looking kid, Yeah. You like the guy.
Famous. He gets asses in the seats in this, around this time. Sure.
Yeah, his mature role after Karate Kid stuff. So I'm with it. The other guy, Mitchell
Whitfield.
Yeah. Yep. I thought he was great in his, his Nebuchadnezzar kind of role. Did a great job. But dude, who almost stole the movie? Dude, Fred Gwynn. My God, that guy is funny.
Oh yeah, I mean the judge was just a scene stealer, and from
seriously,
an Oscar winner. Yeah, the Tomei who goes on to win the Oscar, and Joe Pesci, an absolute legend, and this guy is the one I'm like, holy shit.
Could not get enough. It was his last movie before he died.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he
Okay.
died. He died in 1992. This came out in
Mm,
1992. Yeah, that's a
mm,
shame, man. Because he was Herman Munster, and that kind of
yep.
typecast him for much of his career. And you're
Hmm.
going, man, when you watch this, you're like, God, did we miss out on so many great roles he could have, dude? Subtle.
Hmm.
He was the I don't know he gravitas.
Hmm.
I don't. That was like the most perfect casting I think I've ever seen. Literally.
I agree with you. I mean, what a way to go out though. Like, just, I mean, if you're gonna
Really.
give me, I mean, this is my last movie. I'm just going for it.
Something
Um,
for people to remember you by. Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
So let's get on to the plot, and then we'll talk about this movie, man. Because
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, I saw it, like I said, 2 years ago probably, and I'm like, oh my god, this movie is amazing. I mean, like
Yeah.
literally, like perfect. It's a perfect movie.
Hmm.
Then I watched it this time, and I had some changes of opinion. so,
Okay. All
so
right. Well, I'm excited.
all right, so let's just go through the plot line here as we get started. While driving through Alabama, New York college students Bill Gambini and Stan Rothenstein, they pronounce it Steen in the movie, of course, a funny little joke,
Hmm.
stop at a convenience store where Bill absentmindedly pockets a can of tuna. After they leave, the store clerk is found robbed, murdered, and the boys are pulled over and arrested. okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
so we get right up and rolling.
Yep.
And what did you think about the beginning?
Yeah, it was cool. It was quick. It was to the point. We understand, these are poor college kids. They're nickel and diming all the food in the little what is it, the stack of suds or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was immediately into it. I'm like, okay, I can relate to this. Sure.
It's funny because the movie instantly to me had a 90s feel. Like the music,
Hmm.
this car comes up over and middle America, and it's in Alabama. I don't know if that's middle America, but you know what I'm saying, just not
Yeah.
coast, not in the coast anymore. And I've been through towns like that. And
Yeah.
I thought it looked very real. But this movie, after I watch it this time, I go, oh my God, for this movie to even be, we have to accept maybe the most ludicrous premise in the history of movies. Two
Mm,
guys go to and within minutes, two other guys
mm,
bearing completely
mm,
similar makeup and car go in and kill a
mm.
guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
All right, let's just
yeah.
go with it. Okay.
Sure.
You have to accept that for this movie to even continue after 5 minutes. Okay. So
Yeah. That's fair. That crossed my mind, and I was like, "Hey, well, we'll just look past it."
yeah. No, first time I watched, I'm like, I didn't even think about it. Like, oh my God, this is. Could you imagine turning the script in and going, no, man, they'll buy it. Don't worry about it. I mean, I feel like script readers go, dude, this is ridiculous. Your
Yeah,
entire movie hinges on this. you know what I mean?
yeah,
But here we
yeah,
are. yeah.
yeah. Here we go. And about this movie feeling super '90s. One thing actually prior to this is the opening 20th Century Fox with the drums and the music. As soon as they showed that, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is
It
pure
does bring
'90s."
you back, man. That
Oh
kind of
yeah.
that powerful opening kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's yeah, it is. It's I love all that stuff because you know me, I love my old movies, so I love
Oh
seeing
yeah.
that big, before they became all conglomerates and owned by whoever, and now we got merging going. Jeez, who knows what's going to
Yeah.
happen first? And
Getting
then
crazy.
it's a good way to just get up and rolling though.
Hmm.
We know what's going on. Didn't waste. That's one thing about this movie. They didn't waste any time, which I thought was fantastic. It
Yeah.
kept moving. So let me see what my notes here. Yeah. Oh, I also thought it was weird. The director, maybe because he's older too. He was he was an older guy. He was using a lot of Dutch angles, the sideways angles.
Hmm.
Did you notice that?
Yep.
And it's weird because those are generally used in like horror movies or psychology, whatever,
Thrillers.
like
Yeah.
thrillers, that kind of thing, or somebody's
Hmm.
having, to create like somebody's going insane, or there's danger, or there's
Vertigo.
chaos.
Or yeah.
Yeah, that kind of it's a weird thing that he used quite a bit at the beginning. I noticed. Not that that means anything, but I was wondering, um, what's going on. So then, okay, it's at the police station. Bill assumes he has been caught shoplifting and confesses, leading to this being charged with the murder in the first degree. and Stan as an accessory. Now, what did you think of the initial when he did? You know, we've seen this trope in other places when he
Yeah.
thinks he thinks it's because of the tuna. The other guys talk to murder, but they're missing. But he's
Right.
like acknowledging. What'd you think of that scene?
So I thought it was really well done, because that is a really easy scene to get wrong, and
Oh
then
yeah.
it's just totally muddles everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or it's
obviously,
just
yeah, you're
completely unbelievable.
right. Yeah. So yes, we've seen that before, but the way it was handled, acted, and written, I was like, okay, yeah, sure, this works for sure for me.
Forgot to talk about, even though it was a minor character, the sheriff.
Hmm.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
He was what's his face in Animal House from way back when. Forget the
Oh
yeah yeah yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you see him, you go, but he was fantastic. All these guys just felt like they were from the South, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was they have to do the scene. I get it, but
Hmm.
you know, what I mean, I killed or whatever. I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I don't know. There was moments where I'm
Yeah.
like, am I buying this? But let's just go with it. We gotta get through this scene. It did the job. How about that? I wasn't
Yeah.
a
Fair.
huge fan of the scene, but I understood it needed to get there.
Yeah.
I kind of thought they were, and I mean the screenwriter, the movie makers where that could have been very real. I thought they were kind of going for chuckles, right? Not big laughs, but chuckles with that whole thing. I did it,
Yeah.
you know. I don't know, but let's get past that. I thought
Yeah.
it did what it needed to do, and we're the whole. Let's be honest. The whole point is let's get Pesci on the screen,
Mm, yeah.
okay?
Boom. Yeah.
And they got him out here quick.
Dude.
So then he comes rolling up in his car. Okay, so lacking the money for a private attorney, Bill calls on his cousin, Vinny Gambini, a personal injury lawyer from Brooklyn, who agrees to take the case. Unbeknownst to them, Vinny has only just passed the bar after multiple failed attempts and has no trial experience. He travels to Alabama with his fiancee, Mona Lisa Vito, to defend the boys. So what'd you think of Pesci's entrance?
Loved it. Loved it. Exactly what I would expect. Mona Lisa Vito is just an all-time classic.
All-time, dude. All-time classic name.
Classic name.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. And we're gonna get into more what things I really loved about the movie as we talk about it for sure. But I thought it was great.
I agree. I thought it was perfect. They show up. He's, you know, they get out of the car. She's got that dumb little pink camera, which I just thought it was a comedy touch. Little did I know it would become a key plot point later. But I just thought that was funny. She snapped pictures with that little camera, and he gets out with that outfit with the belt with the thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
in.
Yeah, dude. His hair looked a little weird this entire movie, I must say. It looked like he was wearing a wig, but yeah, what are you gonna do? And and you know, they're just an odd looking couple. He's short. He was very chunky in this movie. And you know, I looked it up. He's 21 years older than her. So, you know, we got to go with that too. But whatever, she loves him. Yeah. But I thought the intro again and again when I thought he was going to get out of the car, hey, what's going on? And he didn't. He played it like a guy really in Alabama. And the guy comes up and he goes, "You got dirt in your tires." How do I get dirt in my tire? You know, whatever, you know? And he was genuinely asking, is this really a thing?
Yeah.
And then he goes to her, but she knows everything about cars. Quick little line, but we're already letting us know she is more than just some goofball, you know, girlfriend.
Right.
Fiance. So that I noticed that right off the bat this time. He mentioned that she knows everything about cars from the first scene that they're in. So letting us know.
And they bring it up one more time as like a little reminder, but we'll get to that in a second. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So Vinny convinces the trial judge, Chamberlain Holler. They had a lot of fun with these names, obviously. Chamberlain Holler, that he is an experienced New York attorney practicing under the alias Jerry Callow. And Haler, however, repeatedly finds him in contempt for his entire attitude and lack of courtroom decorum, leading to several brief jail sessions. Okay, let's back up, man. Wait a second now. So this is the plot summary on Wikipedia. So it's skipping through a little stuff that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh yeah.
So So he goes to meet the boys in jail, the prison
Mm,
cell. The guy opens the
classic.
thing, and he tips the
Dude,
bailiff.
that was so classic, dude. Oh my, I was like, unbelievable moment. Unbelievable.
Exactly, because he did it so real and subtle.
Yeah.
I go, man, what a funny little touch. Whoever
Yep.
came up with that in the writer room or something, just brilliant.
Yeah. And
And again,
the look on the bailiff's face too. He's like, what the fuck is
yeah,
this?
exactly. But again, he didn't oversell it. He didn't wink to the
Mm-hmm.
camera. I mean,
Yep.
meaning Pesci. I just thought it was funny. And then, of course, Ralph Macchio, his cousin is sleeping, so he goes to what's his kid's name? What's his character's name here? Stan.
Um,
Goes to Stan,
yep.
and Stan thinks he's there to have
Do,
sex with him.
do prison stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think of that scene?
I thought it was great. Again, the way Pesci played that's a scene again that can go way off the rails if it's not acted and written right. And I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but the way it kind of crescendos, I thought it was really, really funny. Actually.
Yeah,
And it like he walks in and he gets all close to him, and the guy's he's like in his personal space, and you can see why the kid thinks this, but I thought it was great.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
Fair.
I'm like, really, guys, this is the route we're going on with this movie. Because also the movie's just getting started. I just thought, oh, is this the kind of humor this movie's gonna be? You know what I mean? Just kind of like what I just thought it was very low brow, and I'm like, oh, are we descending into this kind of humor?
Right.
I get why they put it in there, and I'm sure a lot of people did enjoy it. But I was like, oh man, maybe one joke before he goes, oh, and then he realizes. I thought it went on way too long. We get it. We
Sure.
got the joke. The joke is up. We get it. Let's move on. But it reminds me of. Did you ever see? Speaking of Jim Carrey movies, and I'm just not a fan of this kind of humor, I guess either. Jim,
Yeah.
what Mr. Yes, or what's it called?
Oh, Yes Man.
Yes, man. When he's got the power of
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty, and there's a scene where there's a scene where a gangbanger's like, "Look, man," and then monkeys are gonna come out of my butt, and then all of a sudden monkeys come out of the guy's butt. A monkey comes out of the guy's butt, and I'm like, really? Did you guys really need this joke for this movie? And that's kind of what I thought about this. I go, you guys didn't need this. You didn't need, or maybe one before Stan realizes, oh, what was I thinking? But anyhow.
Yeah. Well, one other thing about that, why I thought it worked, is so much of this movie's conflict is based on the guy like misinformation or like miscommunication, I guess. Like the guy, he thinks he's confessing to stealing a can of tuna and it's murder, and then the fish out of the water with the small town. So I thought it did a good job of continuing that narrative. I thought it was funny, but I get it. Yeah, maybe a little too long, but I thought there was some funny one-liners.
Yeah. I mean, I could see. I honestly, to me, I could see how when they were writing it, they're going, "Oh my god, this is gold." Because on paper, reading it, I would think so too. It's clever. Yeah. It's certainly clever. Like you said, the miscommunication, and especially between those two, Stan and Joe Pesci. And then what do we have here? So they get into he agrees to take the case. Okay, so then they finally go to court. They walk in. What'd you think about the court scene?
I mean, one of my favorite things about it is Pesci's kind of innocence with the whole thing. Like, he's there to save his cousin. He's excited. You can tell he's a little nervous, maybe. But when the judge is like, "What are you wearing?" and he's like, "What? This is how I dress." Like, I mean, the innocence I thought really brought like a new layer to it. Which obviously leading to holding him in contempt and just the whole downward spiral from there, I thought was great.
It was one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie. That initial courtroom scene, for the reasons you pointed out, dude. You're going, wait a second, no, this is his first time in court.
Yeah.
This is his first time in court. He walks in, he sits on the table, and he kind of looks at his girl like cash.
Yeah, we made it.
And then there was so many funny little moments I thought of this scene. He walks in, and then he sees the other attorney walks in. By the way, another phenomenal casting job.
Yeah,
that guy was like a good old boy. You know,
Yep.
that actor, I forget his name now. He's done a lot of stuff. He's been around forever.
Oh yeah.
Lane Smith is Jim Trotter. Great.
Yep.
Just to add that the cast was literally perfect. Everybody.
Hmm.
Note perfect. So he comes in, Joe Pesci's sitting there. He goes, is your attorney here? He goes, I am the attorney. I thought that was a funny moment. And then he stands up. Joe Pesci stands up off the table, and Trotter like just smacks him in the back. It was a funny little, and then he just smacks him back. If you watch it again, it was like this cute little moment of they would be, because it's so real. Pesci was, Vinny was trying to be like with it. And I just thought it was so funny, man. Just that little scene right there. The first time the two lawyers meet.
Yeah, I'm one of the guys. I belong here. We're the same. You know, and
just
it's like,
slapping
oh
each
boy.
other on the back. And then like you said, dude, when we finally see when Fred Gwynn comes on screen, you're like, oh man, this movie just got way better.
Oh
way
my God,
better, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he looks at him with that, really that long face and stuff, and the whole thing. What are you wearing? And he goes, close. Yeah, I mean, again, he didn't oversell it. It's an actual, I just
reaction. Yeah,
exactly, dude.
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines. Let's see here. When Pesci arrives, Pink Hammer prison. It's a scene where the judge calls him to the thing. He goes. When the judge calls him, he goes. Because he goes guilty or innocent. How do you plead?
Yeah.
And he kept hemming and hawing. And he goes guilty or innocent. He goes, and Joe Pesci goes, I think I know what you mean. And the judge goes, no, you don't. And then all of a sudden he's on his way to prison.
Yeah. Contempt number one.
Yeah,
so
I just thought that was hilarious. He was, I think I know what you're. He just would not answer it. It was I just thought it was such a funny scene right there. Again, that was one of my favorite scenes of the whole movie. Introducing Fred Gwynn, introducing the other attorney, introducing the court itself, which which is just fantastic. And then of course that's when the movie really got rolling.
Right.
We've introduced everybody now. We know everybody, all the main players, and now things are just starting to click. So let me see what else I have here. Oh, so then they go sleep. Let's see here. Vinny's inexperience lead him to attempting to trick Trotter. Okay, wait a second here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. So the prosecuting district attorney, Jim Trotter, presents a strong but circumstantial case, calling multiple witnesses who implicate Bill and Stan in the murder. Vinny declines to cross-examine these witnesses during the preliminary hearing, alarming the defendants. Okay, so that was like, because he's lost,
Yeah, like literally no clue what is going on. I mean, it was shocking how little he knew. It was crazy.
Yeah, and then, so this is when they go back to the hotel. This is when we really start to get to know their relationship. Marisa Tomei and Mona Lisa and Vinny. They go back to their place, and he's insecure, but she's supportive. But also, you could tell this girl is not dumb. I mean, she's got her head on straight, and you're just going, oh man, this is a New York East Coast couple. They bicker, they fight, but they love each other. Even though it doesn't really, this is probably how they are all the time. Just bickering, fighting, but in a very loving kind of way. And then they go out to, let's see here. Oh, then the steam whistle. Oh no! Wait, before we back up, I just thought another funny moment when the judge calls him into the chamber, and he tells him, Alabama, you better respect my court. And he gives him that giant book. He says, gives him that giant book, and Joe Pesci goes, just this? I just had it was such a funny moment. Just because he's being joking, it's this thick. He goes, just this?
Yeah.
And he kind of laughs at his own joke. It's such a funny whistle. And then the steam whistle. Then they're out to breakfast. Her and Marisa Tomei were out to breakfast at that little diner. Again, just perfect casting. That guy, the cook, he just looked the part. And they look at the menu, and it just says breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah. And she goes, "What do you think? Should we get the breakfast?"
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
perfect. So good.
And
Yeah.
and and again, then he starts, they're making jokes about the grits, and lo and behold, that comes back into play.
Hmm.
You know,
Very
that,
smart.
that's a
Super
plot.
smart. Yeah.
Me too. I kept going, wow.
Hmm.
Later, I go, man,
Hmm.
that's some really good script writing right there.
Yeah.
And an
Totally.
innocuous looking little scene becomes very important later on.
And the way Pesci like did the scene, he was very just curious. Like, what is a grit? How do you make it? What the hell is this? He's probably Brooklyn in the '90s, a million great restaurants. He's trying something new. It all just worked, character wise, everything.
Absolutely. The whole fish out of water, completely
Hmm.
realistic. It's exactly how
Hmm.
somebody would actually be. Like I said, I just thought they were putting this scene in for fun, just because it's
Right.
funny. That I was just really impressed that
Hmm.
it was plot driven as well as just being funny and cute. It established them.
Yep.
The breakfast line was just hilarious.
Hmm.
Um, it's your attorney here, yeah. So, how do they play? What are you watch? What are you wearing? Okay, so let's see here. So let's get on with the next one. I'm just going through my notes here while we look at the
Yep.
thing. So Vinny declines it across them. We've already done it. Stan subsequently fires Vinny and retains the public defender, John Gibbons.
Mm.
So what did you
Hmm.
think of John Gibbons? Let's get the actor's name. He's been around. He's done a
Oh yeah,
million things. Austin Pendleton. Wow, what a name. He looks like an Austin Pendleton.
he does. Um, and I could not have given you that guy's name for $1 million, and I've seen him in 100 things, probably.
Exactly.
Very
I, w-
typical. Oh, there's that guy.
I Wikipedia him. He was doing movies with like Elizabeth Taylor back in the 60s. He's been around that long.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow. What did I think about it? So obviously, I thought it totally made sense. Like
Oh,
we
100%.
got nothing. That Vinny's given us no confidence. I liked it that Ralph Macchio's like, oh, he's family. We'll give him a shot. A little not really believable, but okay, sure. Um, and then I gotta say, I think the funniest part of the movie for me was when the public defender started actually talking in the court with all and just started stuttering everywhere. Yeah, I thought it was so unexpected, and the way the guy did it, maybe a little over the top, but I laughed out loud. I thought it was hilarious.
I could not agree more. I thought that he was kind of like you're going to be like this wimpy guy, and all of a sudden I did research, and that guy, the actor, he actually had a problem starting when he was he was a stutterer as a younger kid, and he said years later he regretted doing that role because he goes, I guess some people people in the stuttering world, they were not happy that they were made fun of back in the day. So whatever the case may be, but just as a scene, man, he
Dude.
crushed it.
And it was so unexpected. Like out of all the things I thought that dude was going to do in that scene, stuttering would have
out of
been
nowhere. Yeah, you almost wonder how many takes did they do of that scene, because I mean he just absolutely nailed it. I forget if we're missing. I'm looking at my notes and the plot thing, but I don't want to forget that there are some things that didn't want to forget. Oh, when they were first in the hotel, meaning Vinny and Mona Lisa, they did she kind of talks about procedures. They talk about procedures. You got to know the procedures, and they used a carburetor analogy. It's like when you build, and I'm like, oh, there's another car thing. They're letting us know that this is an important thing, because that's the thing I think you were talking about. The next car thing. Then the public attorney, and then this might have been not only the greatest scene in the movie for me, but one of the greatest scenes I've ever seen, and I mean like romantic. The water faucet scene.
Oh yeah, with the torque.
Yeah, when it's dripping, is that dripping? It starts off so slow, it's so real, and then it breaks into that whole torque thing. And that, first of all, it was just funny as hell. Secondly, now we see her go to town. Just go with the way she can ramble off stuff like
facts,
facts, but like like mechanical type effects.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, this girl. So it's not a surprise later when all of a sudden she starts talking like that again.
Right.
She clearly, we found out later, grew up with a bunch of guys, all mechanics, and she knows what's going on with when it comes to stuff like that.
Right.
But
Yeah, and
I also
oh God, no God.
no,
No, I was gonna say it's also a great glimpse into just how her brain works. Like everything is an analogy back to cars, back to mechanics, back to physics, which is so like I love the juxtaposition. She's like a New Yorker and a hairdresser. You don't expect this side of her, so when it comes out, it's so like, holy shit, this is incredible.
yeah, and but also it also on top of everything else, you just love those two. You're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
these two are just perfect for each other.
Yep.
It was actually a really romantic scene on top of everything else because it led to all that. Started off with that small little drip. It led to
Yep.
all that stuff. You're like, man, it's just a great scene. That's a scene I could go back and watch over and over. It was my favorite scene in the whole movie. I just got, my God, that had to be just a blast shooting that scene. Just had to be a
Yeah.
blast. It's
And
because
the
it
other
just looked
great
like it.
part, yeah, totally. And the other great part too is like he just subtly like it's so real, like in relationships where he's like, well, weren't you the last one in there?
Oh, dude,
Like,
100% real. No,
just, like, yeah, just he doesn't want to say it, but he's saying it. Weren't you
yeah,
the last one in there?
that's another scene that could have easily gone way over the top right off the bat,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Yep.
did.
Yep.
It was. Oh, so now it's broken? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's broken. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that little drip
so
because
good.
it's exactly how it would be in real life. Oh, so
Mm-hmm.
anyhow, I could not get enough of that. And by this time, man, is this movie not just a total blast at this point? I
Oh
mean,
my God.
this is just you're on the roller coaster heading down. This
Yep.
is you're like, man, I'm on board with all these people. I love them
Yep.
all.
Yep.
Even if they're all out of their fucking minds. It's just
Oh
like, man,
yeah.
are we having a blast at this point?
Yep.
Let's see here. So, oh, then we go from where to where? Let me just make sure I'll check my notes. Water faucet. Maybe you didn't twist it hard. Maybe you didn't twist it hard enough. That's one of his lines.
Mm-hmm.
But it shows her brains. Court identified the car witness. So drags a prop. You were. Let's just go to the plot summary here. Where we're at during the trial. The next day, Trotter calls a surprise witness, analyst George Wilbur. Wilbur testifies that the tracks at the crime scene match those of the boys' 1964 Buick Skylark, though Vinny gets him to admit the tires among the most common in the United States. So I feel like we're skipping a few things ahead here, but because because he goes back to court and he's wearing this suit now. Oh, that was a funny scene. It's a trope
Yeah.
that's been done a million times when the
Sure.
judge goes, stand up. And he stands up because he's still got the leather jacket on. And
Right.
this is the one time I thought Pesci went a little Italiani. He goes, I thought I told you to dress appropriately in my court. He goes, oh, were you serious? Cut to, he's on his way to jail.
Yeah. He's back on the bus. Oh, dude.
I mean, that's been done a million times, that kind of scene, but that was so well done. I was laughing. I was laughing out loud. Out loud.
And what I loved is he's on the prison bus with his clients back to jail, which is just incredible. And they're looking at him like, what the fuck, dude? So good.
We haven't really talked about it, I guess, but these are things that are thrown in just to enhance the plot and stuff. But he keeps getting woken up at all these different places he's staying. He's trying to sleep in. It's the the thing that goes off, the whatever, the mill that goes off, and then it's the pigs next door, and so he keeps going to jail. And then what was I going to say? Oh, that's it. And then we forgot to talk about. I just thought this was one of the weirdest things in the whole movie. That even when I look back and go, why was this even in there? Do we need it? I don't know. It was the $200 thing when she got hustled. When she got hustled, and then he goes in to see that guy. It was funny because he turned to the guy with a neck brace, and he's like, "Hey,
yeah."
I mean, that was cool. That was funny. But other than that, I'm like, was that the whole point of that? Just to get that joke out? Because otherwise, it wasn't that entire 200 thing would the guy came back 2 more times and it wasn't really necessary.
Right. I agree. It definitely wasn't necessary. I enjoyed it though. I just liked that this dude just kept showing up. He's like, how do I know that's not a wad of ones with a 20 wrapped around it? And the guy tries to play it off, and like you see, like for me, like you can see Joe Pesci is actually very street smart, very slick. He knows what he's doing, but this is how out of fish out of water he is. But I agree. Did they need it? No. I enjoyed it.
Oh no, I did too. I just kept going, where's this going? Where's this going?
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen? And then, of course he punched the guy, but other than that, I just got it with the neck brace thing was hilarious. Just Does it happen at your place of employment or again, he's trying to work and stuff.
Oh, and he's always hustling.
So she bails him out again from because and now he's starting to show his self-doubt.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to boost him up. And this was one of my favorite scenes. Again, Marisa Tomei just killed it. Dude. They're in the room, and she goes, "You know what? I think you're going to be really great. You're going to get out there and do your thing. You're going to be really great." And then you're like, "Oh, that was sweet." And then she goes, "If you don't fuck it up."
Yeah.
as she's going to turn the light out.
Yeah.
That is them in a nutshell right there.
Yep. Summed it up perfectly.
Yeah. Well, quit feeling sorry. Basically, she's saying, quit feeling sorry for yourself. Get out there and kick some ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, look, I support you. You're going to be great, but quit being a bitch about it. Like, don't do it.
100%. That's
Love
exactly what she's saying. So then now the pigs wake them up. And so Stan hired the private detective. We've kind of gone off the course a little bit there, but tune it out. Train wakes up. Meets with the attorney. Oh, so he meets with the other attorney in the other attorney. The other attorney calls him. They're in the other attorney's office, and that's when he's the guy offers to take him. He does the whole thing. He goes, "We don't have the weapon, but he's very confident in this case." He said that thing. We don't have the weapon, but I'm very confident. And boy, that actor was that guy was so good. Lane Smith, good. He was so good, man.
Yeah,
and it's so believable. Kept it grounded completely in reality. And then he invites him to go hunting.
Yeah.
Another great scene when he goes to tell her and she gets the whole little deer thing.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And she just dials it up. It was so great.
Yeah. You imagine a little deer, and you think it's going to care what the fuck pants you wear?
Yeah. Boom, he blows your fucking head off. You gonna care what kind of pants he's wearing?
Exactly.
Oh, great, dude.
I mean, watching this movie, I'm guessing 95% of the United States fell in love with Marisa Tomei. Everybody goes, "My God, I need a girl just like that."
Oh my God, she's perfect in this movie.
Gorgeous, street smart, no pushover, doesn't put up with bullshit, and supportive.
I was going to say,
of her goofball fucking fiance who's blowing it left and right.
And is 20 years older. He's out of shape. I mean, it's just incredible. She's perfect.
Exactly. Dude, I was going, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah.
Dude. And
the Bambi speak. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So then on the drive, the guy, he goes, the guy says, the whole thing for Pesci is he goes, I want to, finesse him so I could see his files.
So great.
Finesse him.
Yeah. So anyway, by going hunting with the guy.
Yeah, the guy calls him. He goes, make copies for him. He comes in with the boxes. And Marisa Tomei, what's that? You stole his files? She goes, no, I finessed it. This was my favorite line from the movie. Because he's all proud of himself. I finessed it.
Oh, yeah.
I got his files. And she goes, files. He's all happy with his. She goes, he had to give me to you. Her line, it's called disclosure, you dickhead.
Yeah.
I just thought that was the greatest line. It's called disclosure, you dickhead.
Dickhead is one of the greatest insults. It's so underrated. So great.
I might have to Google this, but I'm going to go on record as saying Marisa Tomei is the only actress to ever win an Academy Award using the line, it's called disclosure, by calling somebody a dickhead.
Yeah. Oh, I would. Yeah. Gotta be.
But I mean,
Oh,
also
great.
at this point, we're also going, if you really think about it, if you really stop, you're going, wait a second. These two kids' lives hang in the balance. This guy doesn't even know what fucking disclosure is. I mean,
Yeah.
when you we have to believe that this is because he does a magic trick with the card in the prison, you know. Okay, you're my cousin. You know, he's on death row if he loses, but he's gonna let my cousin go. You know, none of this makes sense. But we're just like I said, roller coaster.
We're having fun. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, well, we're family. So, like, and the case is not looking good. It is not looking good at all. And they're like, I trust him.
But also, he's fucking terrible. Still.
Dude,
you know?
Like, I would have done better. And I've never taken a law class. I would have been better at this.
So far, she's the smarter one. She's not even the attorney.
Yeah.
She's sort of coaching him through. Oh my God, dude! It's called disclosure, you dickhead. She's reading them, and she's reading the manual. So right then and there, she's being proactive, trying to help. And then like I said, this was a scene. If you go back and watch that scene, just the way they talked and the way I think they're sort of letting the audience know how she's selling. Hey, you know, he's allowed to. You're allowed to see his witnesses. You're allowed. They're also letting the audience know how court procedure works.
Yeah.
Because and that's why they had that scene in there, because all of a sudden, cut to, he's out interviewing the witnesses, and now he's starting to show some intelligence.
Right.
He's starting to see holes in their stories. You know, so when did you wear the glasses and all that kind of stuff? And how far are you from when they walked in and when they walked out? And you're like, oh, okay, things are starting to turn. The gears are starting to move with this guy. He's starting to get his mojo.
Yeah, got some momentum. He's starting to, getting a little traction here.
Yeah, exactly. And then the belt, that whistle, the train goes by, and they go, does this always go by at 5 a.m.? He goes, no, that's random. Then the next time it does, he's like, ding, 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 ding. I thought you said it was random. He goes, yeah, it's usually at 4:10.
Yeah. That was one of the things I thought was also really well done. It's like, not only is like the whole judicial system hate Vinny and like working against him, but so like the whole town is like, we got the train, the guy can't sleep, he hates the food, the car gets stuck in the mud. It's just like he cannot catch a break anywhere. And I thought that was really, really well done.
Yeah, and again, they really created that world very real. Everybody seemed real. It seemed believable. Like I was almost at times going, are these actors or are these like locals that just they hired to be that guy? This is the actual guy that works in the hotel, because they were so perfectly cast.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing we forgot to talk about is these guys don't want him to do well. You know, they're all good. They're all good old boys, like you said. They're all, you know, they don't want him to do well. So he ain't gonna get no favors, ain't no breaks. You know,
that's what I mean. From literally nobody in the town, like not one person is helping this dude.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now he's getting his mojo. Hotel 5-man juror families, other than now they're picking out the jury. Another damn great line. When the trotter is asking the jurors, would you be willing to, if they, and the older lady goes, very nice looking, dignified lady, families, I'd rather see families, I'd rather see families make whether you give them the death penalty.
Yep.
And she goes, I'd rather see families make the decision rather than the court. And then he says something like, but these two are on trial for murdering. She goes, fry them. He goes, and then, that juror will do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, she'll do.
That was almost like a scene that would have been out of, like, I'm not saying that scene completely fit in this movie. That was a scene out of maybe like Airplane or something. That was like screwball comedy for a second.
Yeah.
You know, but it was so funny and so unexpected.
Yeah.
That I loved it.
Yeah.
And then now we go back to the judge's chamber, and he got the facts, and now he's like, he lied. Who's Gallo? And he goes, oh, Gallo, he's dead. It was Callo. You know, so there's this other little subplot, which I don't even know what that exactly means. That means he's not legal to. Can he not legally be an attorney in Alabama, but obviously something big.
Yeah, totally.
If he gets found out, I don't know what happens. A mistrial? Probably a mistrial.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and then I said Callow with the C, and the judge is so stumped by this. It's just so Alabama and backwoods to me. Like he can't just pick up the phone and make a call. He's sending faxes to New York and all this other stuff. I was like, this is wild. That part was crazy.
Yeah, and again, the judge was so perfect because he knows this guy's full of shit, but he can't can't prove it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But he wants to so bad, and he thinks he's got him. It's like, but he's also got to be professional. He's a judge, and he's got to follow protocol, which he doesn't want to.
And he flirts with some of that. Even that, I'm like, he probably didn't have to do it that way. Like some of it was a little much.
He was pissed, man. Fred Gwynn, dude. Literally not a false moment in this movie. It was so great. And then he's dead. Cabin. Now they go to the cabin because the guy gave his cabin, and she was walking back and forth on that porch in that jumpsuit. Like, I wonder whatever happened to the costume she got to wear in this movie. I wonder if she kept them because she owned all those costumes. They were so perfect. But now you're also finding out that we're gonna get married. Once he wins his thing, so there's a little bit more, get to know them a little bit more. And then they're sleeping in the car, the mud. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but when he got out and slipped in the mud, it's so easy to tell that it's a stunt person. It's not. It's hot. Yeah. It's like skinnier. It's like, wow. And then also they cut to him.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
And then the tires spin. And again, you just think, what is this wacky moment? But that comes into play later too.
Yep.
Not completely their car, but just her knowledge of tires. We see the tire. Remember when the tires were spinning when we were caught in the mud? And so again, really, really great script writing, I thought. Just really, because it seamlessly felt, it didn't feel any like, oh, they're forcing this in,
Well, and that ties back to what the dude said in the very beginning when he's like, how does one get mud in their tires? Then it happens to them, and so it's all like totally, like you're saying, totally real. Like you're not like, well, that was weird. It just totally flow.
Yep. And again, they foreshadowed it, but didn't force it. But just letting us know, really, just great screen, just great. As a script writer, you had to be watching it going, oh, that was nice. That was great.
Oh yeah, the whole time. Yeah,
me too. He's sleeping in, and then they're sleeping, and then they're back into court. And then his closing statement, Trotter, one little comic-y kind of moment. He meant to say heinous crime, and he called it hyenas crime. I don't know if you caught that. He goes and he's an accessory in this hyenas crime. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even catch that. I will say this. I wonder in today's culture if this would be insulting to Southern people, because it kind of makes them look like dumb fucks. I mean, they're stereotypical, eating terrible food, and they didn't have them missing teeth and all that kind of stuff, but kind of made them look a little dingbatty. So,
well, that's one of the things I really loved about it, because Charlotte, I wouldn't really say is the South, but it is Southern for sure. And what I loved about it is the exact same thing. They nailed it without going like, are you dating your cousin? You know what I mean? Like any of the stereotypes, any of that stuff. Yeah, I thought they did a great job of that.
It was just very real. It's not that they weren't making fun of them. This is how they are down there.
Yeah,
they're good old boys and all that kind of stuff. It's I agree. I just love the world. Like I wanted to go eat at that diner and have lunch, not the breakfast.
Yeah, no.
So there's 5 minutes. Grits. Okay, so now we're back in court. Let's see. Let's finish off here where we're going. So so Holler then orders a lunch recess and denies Vinny request for a full day continuance. Oh yeah. So now we already talked about this, but let's get back to it. So now they bring in the analyst George Wilbur. Wilbur testifies that the tracks at the crime scene match those of the boys' 1964 Buick Skylark, though Vinny gets him to admit the tires are among the most common in the United States. Heller then orders a lunch recess and denies Vinny's request for a full day continuance to prepare a rebuttal. Exhausted from lack of sleep, Strained by Haller's hostility and learning he will lose the case, Vinny laughs out at Lisa when she tries help. Soon after, however, he realized that one of her photographs showing the tire marks at the scene may help the case. Now, we're getting a little ahead here because let's back up just a little bit because now we're back in court, but he's got the witnesses on the stand and he's debunking all of them, all three of them with the glasses, with the tape measure. Which I just thought was brilliant. The way they did it, I thought it was very real. Like that could actually happen. How many fingers are held up? And then the judge goes, everybody can plainly see it's 2 fingers. Judge. The eyeglasses, and then the grits come back into play.
Yeah.
That was really clever, man.
Super sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, so don't they? He uses that knowledge, and you're going, okay, this guy's coming back with it. And then the bushes and the mud and all that kind of stuff, and then they bring in the expert. When that expert comes in, you're like, oh shit. Yeah, it's over. This guy, he's he's sharp as hell.
And that is another dude who's been in probably 400 movies and TV shows.
Exactly, dude. One of those guys.
James Reborn. Dude, what a career. Which, hold on, with the grits line, it had one of my favorite lines in it when the guy, he's like, oh, it takes 5 minutes. Did you make instant grits? And he goes, no respectable Southern person makes instant grits. And he goes, oh, well, maybe the laws of physics cease to exist on your stove. And then he's off into him. And that's really when the courtroom's like, oh shit, how does this guy know about this?
And also watching the witness get all confused. You're like, again, perfect casting. That guy, whoever he was just fantastic. And it was fun watching Pesci finally get his thing going on, get it, and start to take control a little bit. And then we still got that the Gallo thing going on in the background. We got that happening. And so then he calls a witness. And again, this was a great Fred Gwynn moment. God, this guy had so many fucking great moments in this movie. Just the way he delivered the line. He talk about an actor adding something when they bring the witness and Joe Pesci goes up and he gives a long thing of why he should, he'd like
continuance or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Continuous, and he lists logically why. He goes because that way you could tell they're showing he's learning, he's becoming an attorney right before our eyes, and he lists his whole long reason why. This way we have the thing, and so we have the power of rebuttal. And the judge goes, remember he said he made it. He goes, Fred Gwynn. He goes, it was very well put, very well stated, lucid. He goes, and then he goes, overruled. And you could just tell he fucking loved it. He goes, overruled.
You right in his face.
Yeah, exactly.
And I rewatched that one because as he's complimenting him, Pesci's getting yeah, all right, exactly. Okay, I'm getting a win here, and then overruled. Incredible.
When have you ever seen a judge love what he's doing so much as him smacking giving that guy fucking? I just love that line, overruled.
Yeah.
And then times okay. So then let's see what Judge the Gallo and Callow, they go back into the thing. He goes, you've got, unless you can win this case in 90 minutes, you're done for. Yeah. And so now, which is great because now we know.
Yeah, we got a ticking clock.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so then they go to the diner. That's when the pictures come out, and he's flipping them down. I will say this: I know that he's under stress and all, but he was kind of mean to her at this time.
Oh yeah. I didn't love that, but I get it.
Yeah, I didn't either. Had she just gotten fed up with him, but without him being mean, and said, or I don't know, went to the bathroom or something. I got to go powder my nose. Whatever. You're frustrating me. And then he just looked at the pictures. I would have liked that better. But I see they had to set up the weird, so when they brought her in for later, when they brought her into court, that there was, drama and stuff, but, and how she came all about and stuff. But yeah, I guess it had to be done, but I didn't like it. He was mean to her,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah, it
bothered
was
me.
hard to watch. Yeah, it bothered me too. I'm like in my head, I'm like, yo, fucking leave her alone, Joe. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, come on, man.
She's the best thing you got by far in your entire
Dude.
life.
Yes, by a mile for sure.
But that was a cool moment where you're like, it's almost
Mm-hmm.
like when you hear the Rocky theme. Wait a second, when he clicks in, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I've got it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the light bulb over the head, and then they
Yep.
get back into court, and now he's in control. Calls her in, gets her up on the thing, and again, that was another that's when I go, there's the Oscar right there.
Exactly, 100%. Yep.
Man, did she just kill it? Funny, heartwarming, intelligent. Like what a scene. What
knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it was kind of like the comedic version of Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men. Like that courtroom scene where he's doing the testimony, but it's like she was doing like just a funny version of that sort of.
Yeah, but real. Very
yeah,
real.
totally. Yeah, 100%. And the timing belt and all saying words I didn't even know what the hell she was saying. And
again, that's when I go, this is some really good writing. This is just really good writing, how they put this all together with and how she just, like you said, she nailed it. But it was funny how, okay, can I go? You know, but I can't, I wish I could remember the line. I would have read it. I should have written it down. Another Fred Gwynn moment when he looks over, he goes, do you two know each other? She's my fiance. He goes, oh, then he just goes, oh, I understand. He just said something like, oh, I understand why you guys are. And it was such a funny Fred Gwynn moment, you know, like,
yeah,
gotcha.
Oh, it was great. No, what it was she's doing a great job. She won't look at him. She won't take the picture. She's being, you know, all catty. And he goes, permission to treat the witness as hostile. And he goes, do you guys know each other? And she goes, he's my fiance. And he goes, well, that would explain the hostility.
Yeah, exactly. And the way he said it.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, gold. Literally
great
gold.
line delivery.
With a little like wry smile. Like,
yeah.
Oh man. I mean, that was one of my Fred Gwynn, dude. Come on.
Dude, legend.
Damn. Yeah. So then it tied up really nicely. It was a cool scene. It was heartwarming. It made the two of them are back together now. You could see her, the love for them coming back together, and then, you know, the weird thing where he writes a note down. The sheriff goes and, I mean, at this point they're like, let's just wrap this movie up. Hey guys, we caught him. Yeah, we picked him up with the gun. There's the evidence. Yeah, case dismissed.
Yeah, let's just, all right, we're out of here. You guys get it. Yeah, let's just,
exactly. Yeah. Kind of wrapped up pretty nice and easily right there. I thought. Not that we didn't need any more, but it was like a nice little, wow, that was convenient. They picked him up yesterday. Okay, nice. How did you know that? Why did you write this down on the thing?
Yeah, and they had the murder weapon on them. Like, oh wow,
exactly.
Okay,
look exactly like them. Yeah,
right? Yeah,
perfect. There we go. And then, what'd you think of the last when he's got to get out of there? But hey, guys, I gotta go. Because he doesn't want to get caught. You know, with the Gallo Callo thing. And then the judge comes out, and the last scene when he's calling him. And how did it play out again? He goes, "What did the judge do?"
He goes, "Oh, I like basically whatever name Pesci gave him is like some super killer attorney. It's like his mentor, I believe."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were such a big deal. You know, I'm sorry," and all this other stuff. Like, I thought it was cool. No, I didn't think it was necessary, but I guess it was a good little character moment for the judge. You know, but you know, either way.
Also, then you come to find out she saved him yet again.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
and she's thinking ahead.
Called in the face. Yeah.
Here's what I thought was going to happen, and honestly, I wish would have happened. Although, I guess maybe it couldn't have, just legality wise. I thought the judge was going to have the proof. You're not who I said I was, and we, the audience, were going to know that he's about to come down on him. And then the judge walks out and goes, "Mr. Callo," and just congratulates him. But before that, you see him just crunch it up. Put it in his pocket. Like, this guy did the right thing. He's the good guy. I'm not gonna. And so the judge let him off. I thought that would have been better than the way they ended it. My personal opinion.
That's a great call. That would have been, because what they were trying to do was give the judge like, all right, you won me over, you know, like, but it was like just on the nose. But that would have been very cool for sure.
Yeah, I think because that would have the judge acknowledging him. And hey, man,
Mm-hmm.
you did a great job. They were
Yeah.
innocent, and
Mm-hmm.
and hey, congrats.
Respect.
And I
Yeah.
don't know. I just would have been a nice thing, I think, even for the judge's character to have that moment.
Yeah, that's a
Uh,
great call there for sure.
yeah. So anyhow, overall, what'd you think? Is this a movie you'll go back and watch again?
Oh, 100%. Hold on though. We did miss one of the more famous parts of the movie too. When Pesci's I can't remember when. I can't remember if when he rolls in the red suit, which was
Oh
another
yeah, yeah, yeah,
ridiculous thing. Yeah, the
exactly.
red
Yeah.
suit thing was
Right
great.
after the mud thing that we talked
Yeah,
about. Yeah.
yeah. But the two Utes. I
Oh
thought was the two
yes.
Utes, and the way the judge reacts is so like legitimately, what the fuck did you like? What is that word? The two what? The two
Yeah.
Utes. I mean,
Youths
uh,
instead of youths.
yeah. And again, Pesci's innocence. He's like, what? What I say? The two Utes, and then when he goes back and he's interrogating, he goes, "Did the two?" And he looks at the judge and goes, "Youths," like
Yeah,
pronounces it. I
exactly.
mean, it was so great. That's just one of the best.
And like you said, so real. It was so
Hmm.
real, man. Those little
Yeah.
subtle moments. There were so
Hmm.
many like that. There were so many moments where I go, "Oh, that could have been done so poorly," and it was just done so not to draw
Smooth.
attention to itself, just what it
Yeah.
is. And the judge, like you said, he was so quizzical, like, Utes? Did you just say two Utes? I bet he generally meant it though.
Oh yeah. Oh god, it was just there's so many good moments like that. It's just
Yeah.
incredible.
Again, first time I saw this movie, I go, this movie is just absolutely genius. This
Yeah.
time I go, oh, wait a second. This movie is ludicrous. This that
Oh.
the fact that two guys went in right after them in a convertible, similar, same color, and looked kind of like them, and murdered the guy. We have to accept this just for the movie to happen. This
Yeah.
makes zero sense. She would never be with this clown who keeps
Yeah.
badgering her. And then, but then you're like, at the end, you're like, yeah, it all kind of made sense. It's just
And it did what movies are supposed to do. It was entertaining as hell. I had a fucking blast watching it.
exactly right, man. Exactly right. It's where you just go, man, I don't know what just happened. I don't know. I don't believe any of this, but man, what a fucking ride. What
Yeah.
a fucking, I loved all those. I loved them all. And like I said,
Yeah.
dude, I honestly think Pesci as an actor was better in this movie than Goodfellas. I just I
Yeah.
like those little moments
Hmm.
that he just played so real.
Yeah.
Like the book thing. I'm swear to God, dude. When he gives him that book, he goes, just this. You know what I mean? It's just such a funny little innocent moment that he did so just real.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
any additional thoughts on My Cousin Vinny?
No, I think that really covered it all. Yeah, I just looking at my stuff. Yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, I'm glad I haven't seen it in a long time. Very, very glad to get to rewatch it again
Yeah, I
for
watched
sure.
it on the airplane yesterday, and there was times I was laughing out loud. Sorry, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
totally.
stuff just catches you off guard. It's
Yeah,
so it's so funny. Yeah, this will be a movie will be in the rotation for the rest of my life because one of those nights. It's a cold rainy day and you just want someone to be fun and relax for an hour and 30 whatever.
yeah,
That's it right there. Put it on
yeah,
and just enjoy it.
yeah. So I watched it the other day, and I liked it so much that I just put it on the other day. To yesterday, I had it on the background while I was just doing stuff around the house. So you're catching little things, and I really think this is never brought up is one of the great comedies of all time, but I think it's very, very underrated in that regard.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Again, it reminded me a lot of Liar Liar, just because
Yeah.
the absurdity and they're in the they came out 4 years apart from each other.
Mm.
Um, but where that one was the courtroom scenes were a little bit obviously way over the top.
Well,
That's the other thing. Uh, experts use this movie is a for procedural to show people. They said this is how it actually would be when you introduce new evidence and when you new witnesses and this. I mean, in other words, they did it correctly on top of everything else,
yeah.
which is
Which
amazing.
it's awesome. I read it somewhere. I don't know if it was the director or the writer. Somebody had had gone to law school and dropped out along the way, and so it was like really important for them to be like, we also want this to be accurate. So that was another cool thing to see too.
And the writer, one time he was driving through Alabama and his car did break down. So a lot of this stuff was, based on. Yeah, you're right. I forget what I said, what I was hearing, but the writer, somewhere he heard that an attorney, it took him 16 times to pass the bar. And he goes, "Oh, that would be a funny idea for just, that's what it started the whole thing of processing that, and then the whole fish out of water." But again, dude, it's just like, I forget who. I don't think Pesci was the first guy to be they wanted for this role. I think they wanted De Niro. They wanted forget who, but bigger actors, big actor, dude. Thank God. Yeah. Thank God. Because, at this point, I don't think anybody thought Pesci could front a movie, be the lead.
No. And a comedy.
Yeah,
like exactly. That was what a bold choice.
And Marisa Tomei, she was third billed after Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Which I was like, man, that was shocking. She's had a very interesting career, because after this, you go, oh my God, she's going to be the biggest thing. She's going to be this was her Julia Roberts moment. Where she's 25, she's 25 mil a picture from here on out, and it never kind of turned out that way. Maybe because of her choice, or she picked a little more artsy stuff. But I don't, know a ton about her career really.
Yeah, that's a good point. I should. I would like to actually kind of look into that more. Did she step away? Did she have a family? Because it should have been sky's the limit.
Dude, never married, no kids. Isn't that wild? Said she dated way back in the day. She dated Robert Downey Jr. for briefly, but other than that, she's kind of a mystery woman after all these years, which makes her even more. Which makes it even. I want to go seek out her catalog now, see what else she's done.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. A lot of stuff I've never heard of.
Kind of weird.
Interesting. Yeah, it is weird, huh?
Yeah.
Worth looking into.
Big movie. All right, so let's get on with our grades then. My Cousin Vinny, man, I'll tell you, my grade has fluctuated so much. I mean, even after us talking about it this during the podcast, I think it's fluctuated again. So what do you got? What's your grade?
Oh, my grade? Oh, I'm going A. It's not even. I never questioned it. It was an A the first time I saw it. It's an A this time. Yes, there's some issues with it. Whatever. But that's for me. This is why you watch movies. It's to be entertained. Acting superb. Writing killer. 100% A.
It's funny because first time I saw it, I go fucking A+ 2 years ago, and then I saw it again, and I go okay. I started seeing little, like I said, the plot, and I go okay, B, and then now that we're talking about it again, I'm thinking about those little Fred Gwynn moments, and then I'm like, nah, man, this is a fucking A. Fucking A. This is a fucking A, because for exactly the reason you just said. This was just a blast. Never mind me going, oh, those two, they don't make sense. They would never actually date, or the plot doesn't. Who cares? Who cares?
That's what I mean.
It's everything you want in a movie. I found myself laughing the whole way through. And it's a movie I could literally watch this again tomorrow.
100%. Like I'm gonna, like you said, I'm gonna have this way more in the rotation than the 20 years it's been since last time I saw it, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, man. Well, I think we did a bang-up job on My Cousin Vinny. Yeah. And now I'm up from our next month's movie. I'm telling you, dude, you should have been concerned, because I've done, I think, 1950, I've done 1970, and a 1960 so far. I was almost, and 1940, Maltese Falcon. I was going to go 1930s, bro. I was thinking 1930s, but I've decided to one that I haven't seen in a long time, so I don't really have any opinion about it. We know it. I'm sure you've probably seen it, but 1976 Network.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
We don't have to talk anything about it other than that, but that'll be our next movie. So if we have any parting shots, otherwise, another great stop, man.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. Good to see you, man.
You too, man.